Thank God that the brothers on the rise now. Woo! Endless celebrations all in my house. Yeah. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. Yeah. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Yeah. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business so humongous, you would think that happens in there. Oh man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Working for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have them yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing, yup. That's why we ain't on the same page. No, do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream. Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. So I'm going mainstream. That the brothers on the rise now. Woo! Endless celebrations all in my house. Yeah. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. Yeah. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Yeah. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business so humongous, you would think that happens in there. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Working for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have them yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing, yo. That's why we ain't on the same page. No. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Woo! Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. So I'm going mainstream. That the brothers on the rise now. Woo! Endless celebrations all in my house. Yeah. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. Yeah. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Yeah. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business so humongous, you would think that happens in there. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Working for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have him yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I...
Hello everyone and welcome back once again towards the Global Girl Championship presented to you by Liquid 5 Esports. Once again, we are finally back live with the semi-final action, Group C. And today it is once again your host Torix joining with you for the match actions or for the match plays. So without any further ado, without any more talk, straight up going into the match, we can see the plane line has actually taken its flight because the first match has actually started. The plane has taken its flight and the plane line is going from the Stolber side towards the Senvoska military base. But look at that, a beautiful curve in towards the horizon. We can see Zarhi still being inside of that circle, inside of that first zone. So somewhere in that area, the teams have to go towards the eastern region to get into a safer side, because the rest of the places, the rest of the areas which is outside of the circle right now, which is the southern side, the eastern side, all of that is no longer inside of that circle. All of that is no longer available for the teams for their survival. But look at that as well, there's going to be a lot of teams that may or may not like have some early engagements, have some early stages fights, in which case scenario there's going to be a contestation at Lipovka side. There's going to be one cluster at the Milta Power, and the rest of the clusters are going to be at the school and the Rozhok area as well. But in the Lipovka, we can see players being eliminated, so going right towards the Lipovka side, we will see some early engagement, some early fights happening against the team Ace versus the team Divas, in which case scenario both of the team players, both of the teams have actually got at least one kill for themselves. It's going to be a 3-party squad. It's going to be a trio that is going to be alive, but Divas baby CC, she has been taken down, she has been knocked down out over here. Polar B and Tayokema is going to be the only two hope for the team, because as these two players are going to be the final hope for the team, they have to not only just give out a beautiful cover to the Polar B, but at that same time give out a revival factor towards this girl as well, while staying in the safer side. Risia is going to be right in front of Polar B, but in the same time, Polar B, I don't think so that the gun number is going to be that much high, that much good. But at the same time, just look at that, as soon as the player CC was revved up, she straight up went into the aggression, she straight up went for that elimination, got the kill, knockout, and finished up on towards the player team Aces right now, down to their last two players, which is Ashi and Resia right now for the whole squad. 18 total teams, 62 players have joined out in towards this match, in towards this lobby, and as they have joined out in towards this lobby, now is the time for these girls to actually shine, because not only team Divas is kind of in a pincher vicinity, same place, same location, team Ace is going to be into the same regard as well, because a singular wrong move can lead up to team Divas elimination, and at that same time team Aces elimination as well. But judging from what team Aces have at the disposal, not only they have like disadvantage of the players in this regard, but at that same time the gun advantage, they don't have that much of that as well. As Risia, she has a M16A4 and the UMP45 in her hand. There we go, the aggression has been done, the player Risia has been knocked out. Actually, being the final player for the team, no helmet whatsoever, she has to leave out this place, she have to move out of this location, because if she wants to survive, it's not going to be possible to survive while staying here in this position, while staying here in this particular location, because if you don't move out, it's going to be all over for you, because it's going to be a 3 versus 1 scenario. It's going to be a 3 versus 1 fight in towards this area. So not only that she has to move out, she has to be really careful that she's not spotted from the backside in the back region in towards the area where the people are going to shoot at her as well. So as she's moving out, we go towards the Rozhok side, where there's going to be another two teams that are super kind of like close by to each other. But once again, will the fight actually begin? Will the fight actually start once again right here in towards this case scenario? Because not only this fight may lead up to the teams Dismail, but team ATG and team CG, these two teams, it's going to be a really hectic situation for these two teams to actually make a difference, because not only the team ATG is kind of like super spread out, team CS is also kind of like in the same area, kind of like in the same situation, as well as the team CG, Badgirl and Heaven are going to be together. Nuha and Miss Gabba are going to be kind of like far away from each other. They're kind of like separated in towards that area, but once again, Badgirl is super close by to the team ATG in this regard. There goes the grenade, but Badgirl is not cooking that grenade up. Arrows is going to be into the backside as well, having a grenade in towards her hand side, in towards her hand. It's all a matter of factor of time who's gonna speak up, who's gonna throw out the grenade first, who's gonna make sure that yes, it's my grenade that's gonna come towards you the first moment, the first time. And with Bad Girls not changing a gun, things can be pretty dicey in towards this region, because there goes a Molly. Molly has been thrown by arrows in this regard, in which case scenario, Bad Girl was forced to retreat into the backside. Maxi, on the other hand, from a left angle, from a right angle, in fact, just came with a flank and knocking out one of the players from the team CG, getting 3 players alive towards the team CG, and all the 3 players from the team CG are kind of like far away from each other, kind of like separated in towards that region, in towards that regard position. So not only they have to be really careful on how they're gonna actually show out the face, a singular knock on towards them mean that nobody's going to be able to come towards them for their revival. Nobody's going to be able to get to them for their survival as well. In which case scenario, a total of 18 teams are still going to be alive. One kill may just happen, but there you go. Heaven with that Scar fire from Maxi is going to be taken down. Heaven, she has been put down as well towards her knees, leaving only 2 players from the team CG as their final hope, which is going to be Miss Gabba and Nuha in towards this regard. Miss Gabba and Nuha right now are thinking whether they should go for that engagement, for that fight, or they shouldn't do it at this position, at this point right now. But Miss Gabba and Nuha, what will happen to these girls, what will happen of them is going to be a major question. But on the other side, there's going to be a different team as well that may just fight against each other in towards the Erangel map, because in the Erangel map right now we are gonna see some early engagements, because not only it's a normal pace map, it's a normal pace engagement for each and every single one of the team. There's a chance that whether the team wants to disengage with the fight, whether the team wants to initiate the fight, they can actually do that. And Books is going to be fighting team ATG versus team CG is actually happening once again, in which case scenario Nuha was taken down, leaving Miss Gabbar as the final hope of the team. But team S2G, they're also fighting team Liquid 5 Esports. They're going to be fighting against the team SIR as well, in which case scenario Sir Romasia, she was taken down. She has been like knocked out from the circle, from the play zone, but at the same time there comes a player that is going to eliminate her, get the kill for herself as well. And with that fight, team Liquid 5 Esports is going to have that first kill for themselves as well. But as we are talking about the circle shift, as we are talking about the play zone changing its direction, the circle is going to head out towards a southern region, a ruins area, Rozok area, somewhat an eastern side hard shift, whereas all of the majority places are going to be inside of that circle, whereas Gutka, Rozok, School, the Water City, half of the Severny, Shooting Range, Jojo Pool, Containers, Back City, Upper City, both of those 3 places are going to be inside of that circle as well. But in the kill feed, NVMe, they're going to be fighting as well, in which case scenario, just look at that. But Barbida, it's going to be Barbida that is from the team NVE out, team out. These girls are going to be here using the Kar 98. She got 1 knock on towards the players into the school apartment, school main building in fact. But now team Anbu, how these girls are actually gonna like move out of this position is a major, and I say major question, because not only the like 3 versus 4 fight, 3 versus 4 fight scenario, Team Ambu has better chances of leaving out of this position, because not only they have like the majority part of the circle for themselves, they have the better part of the circle for themselves. They can also like hold out this position to fight against the team out, to make sure that their position is not going to be coming inside of that circle anytime soon, because in 1 minute 26 seconds the next circle is going to take its start. The next circle is going to start to shrink, and somewhat like a 2 minute or 3 minute more timer will be given to the teams to move inside of that circle that is right now outside. The ones that are already inside, for example the team out right now, they're like in the corner. They have to like pray that the circle actually takes yet another hard shift towards their region, so that they can be inside of that circle. But if that's not the case, if that's a different case scenario, that the circle just goes towards the western side shift, northern side shift, then all the teams from the eastern region have to actually make a move, actually has to leave out this position, because so far right now not a single team has been completely eliminated, not a single team has been gone on towards the lobby side. We still have 18 total teams, 57 players. Still, like, the players number are getting down, but the team number are not getting low whatsoever. So the teams are in the top-notch performance. They are ready for the fights as well, because they're not just surviving, they're actually going for those engagements as well. They're actually going for those player fights, and at that same time the safe side of their teams as well. So somewhere in that area, the 57 players, how are they going to survive is going to be a major question. And the only answer to this question is going to be when the circle is going to take its shift, when the circle is actually going to start to shrink down. Because when the circle will shrink down, the teams will start to like panic out and towards that region, whereas they're going to be inside of that circle, or they're not going to be inside of that circle. In which case, if they are, then they don't have to like make that many moves. They don't have to like go that far away. But if they're not inside of that circle, if there is a chance that they can be outside of the circle, then it's going to be a really bad situation for these teams. We're moving on to the team GS. Kawi, there's going to be Cat Waynes, there's going to be Fra. These three players from the team GSK are going to be surviving. These three players from the team GSK are going to be alive. If you're talking about the other team that was at the school apartment side, school aparts, which is going to be team out in this regard. Duty is kind of like leaving out her team and moving from a different angle, trying to get like a better position inside of that circle. But Spinky and Barbida are still going to be inside of that compartment areas, and still going to be inside of those compartment regions. So not only they have to be really careful on what they are going to be doing, what they are what they will do in towards this region is going to be a major question in towards this regard. But there we go, Barbida, she's going to be there. There's going to be the players from team Abox that are not making a singular move, that are not leaving a singular trace towards this region in towards the regard. But for now, the circle is going to take yet another shift. The circle is going to take yet another like a position for itself. But team Ambu once again against the team out, they're going to be fighting, they're going to be getting knocked out at the same point. Out Duty, out Pinky, out Barbida is going to be alive over here. These three girls are going to be alive in towards this region. 57 total players are going to be still remaining, and 18 teams that are still inside that match is going to determine how they're going to actually move this time around, because the circle is going to take a shift. And there we have it, towards the shooting range side, a hard shift towards the western, towards the northern side region. Now is that time for the teams to make a move, to go forward. But Team S2G, if we are talking about the rest of the teams as well, if we're talking about all of the teams in fact, because even if we look over here, there's definitely going to be solo players, there's definitely going to be duos alive in towards this match. But at that same time, not the eliminations on any of the team is done. There's still going to be solo players surviving. There's still going to be one person that is surviving from the whole team that is going to make a difference over towards the side. But there we have it, one player, Yara GX is going to be down. Yana GX, Raina GX is going to be down. In fact, there is going to be Rose GX, there's going to be Lyra, there's going to be the other player, which is the QB GX as well. So Mbooks kind of like in the same position, and at that same time kind of scattered as well, because some players are inside of that house, some players are kind of in the back region as well, whereas all of the players right now are going to be outside of the circle collectively. All they have to do is get inside of that circle. But team Xflags, they're also going to be taking the fights, they're also going to be engaging with the teams, in which case scenario it's going to be the northern side region of the Jojo pool, northern side region of the place, whereas now is that time for the Xflags, and at that same time Sim, that is gonna take the initiator of the fight, that is gonna make sure that the fights are actually gonna begin. But there we go, team S2G from the backside, they're also gonna be coming. Team 15, which is team SIM, is going to be taken down as the last player, Arya, is going to be the last hope for the team. Not only she's going towards the northern region of those cities, but at that same time there can be casualties over towards this girl. This girl is right now inside of that circle, outside in fact, a little bit towards the right, and she can be inside of that circle. With the rest of the teams, there's still going to be 18 teams that will have to make a difference, that will have to move forward, because not only these all of these teams in fact are kind of like stranded towards this region. All of these players outside the circle needs to make a leap of faith for themselves, because the majority of the teams are still staying at the corners of the circle, at the corners of the places, whereas there is a chance that as the teams are trying to get inside of that circle, there can be casualties. They could have been eliminated at that point and finished off in towards this region. So not only now they have to be really careful on what they're going to do, on where they're going to move. It's going to be a really major question on what these teams, what these players have to make sure to get towards themselves, to get into the circle, to get into the safer side, and make sure that their position is not compromised by any other player, not compromised by any other team. And this will be the only time that the teams will be taking out the leap of faith, because after the circle there's going to be no time for each and every single one of the team to actually like rotate inside of that circle, as the circle is going to be super small, as the circle is going to be so small that the teams have to forcefully take out the fights to get in towards the circle position, to make their way inside of that circle position. Because just look at that, another circle shift has taken its place towards the western side region, once again in towards the Jojo Pool northern side city, and at the same time a little bit of containers are still going to be inside of that circle region as well. But as we're talking about the compounds, as we're talking about the houses, there's going to be a singular squad house that is going to be inside of that circle completely. Aside from that, the rest of the places, compounds are just whether they're inside or not, it's going to be a major question. But once again, the teams that are going to be taking the fight, TRS is going to be fighting, Team BDR, these girls also have the chance of fighting as well. Team BDS, DSR, they're fighting with the NVE, that is going to be team out and towards that region. S2G, they're going to fight with the TSR as well. So different teams, different areas, different scenarios that is actually happening right now. Moving on to the team S2G. If we're talking about that team, in fact, Team Sir, it has been totally eliminated. TSR, if we are talking about these girls are going to be alive with a 3-girl squad. They're going to be alive with a 3-man party. But Team Liquid 5 Esports, they're going to be fighting with the Team CG as well. If we're talking about Team Liquid 5 Esports, right now they're outside of the circle, but at that same time Team CG Nuha is going to be not only the solo player, but Mr. Gabbar also have to be saved at this position, at this regard. 27 seconds before the next circle is going to take its shift. Ace Ashy, the solo hope of the team, was eliminated at that time. Nuha just survived with a barely 0 HP in towards that region. She's going to heal herself, and after that she's going to give out that revival factor towards the team. But there comes a grenade, there comes a grenade towards the player, which is not going to reach out the players, as Team Liquid 5 Esports is kind of like far away. But there comes another grenade. This will do a splash damage on towards the players. Another grenade is going to reach its way. That is not going to give a singular splash damage towards the player. There comes the fire, there comes the sprays towards the player, which is not going to affect that much. But there is the grenade that is going to take out Miska. But once again, get over there. Nuha is going to take out one of the players, but Nuha at the same time, there comes a splash damage from the grenade as well. That is going to put her misery out. Team CG is no longer inside of that game. They're back to the lobby side. Team 1900, they're going to be inside of that circle as well. Number 18 teams from number 14 teams, the survivability is going to be super high in towards this region, because 4 teams have been totally annihilated. 40 players are going to be surviving in towards this region, in towards this position. Team Fair, Team Abby, they're going to be fighting. Team Fair kind of in a pinch spot, because Christy is going to be the solo hope of the team, in which case scenario Abby OME just annihilated Fair Christy with that beautiful 0 HP survival. And oh my god, that was amazing from towards that girl. But now Pinky is going to be outside of the circle, no healing whatsoever. From the backside, we can see she may just get some shots on towards her side. Team Out is down towards their last player, towards their last hope for the players in towards this region, in towards this position scenario. Pinky, she's going to be here. Abby DME, she's going to be fighting with TSR as well in towards this region. Team TSR, as they're coming close by. Kyo DME is going to be the solo player once again for the whole team, with TSR. Manita, she's going to be into the back region. She's going to be into the back spot, whereas she got some damage on towards the side, not the elimination, but now DME Kyo, she's gonna take out the car, she's gonna take out the Darcy and just gonna move away. Still, now is that time for the teams to actually, like, if they get eliminated, they're at least gonna get a singular point for themselves in towards this regard, in towards this region. And which case scenario, now that the players, that the 12 teams that are still alive, how they're gonna actually move, how they're gonna actually make a difference is going to be a major question in this case scenario. Wannabe, there's going to be a live, a party was down, Gulu is going to be the last hope of the team whatsoever, as they're going to be a solo player survival for the team of Wannabe. That is Golu. Golu not only has to, like, be really careful in towards this region, also she has to give out that rev towards the players, towards her own teammates, because then now she's giving out that rev, which is out in the open, just a smoke cover towards this girl, towards this region inside of that circle. As soon as the circle is going to be depleted, as soon as this the smoke is going to be depleted, it's going to be all over for this girl in this regard, in this position. But team 1900, as they're trying to get inside of that circle, taking the 1v1 fights, in which case scenario team 1900 is going to take her down, eliminated at that time. Why is also coming into the area, in towards this region, getting eliminations on towards the player. Team GSK is going to survive with a total of 8 kills and 2 players that are still going to be alive from the back region. We can see team 1900 may just die because of this region as well, because of this case scenario, because the team, as they're already out in the open, knocked out, there's a chance the teams can actually take a look at these girls as well. There comes the fire, there comes a fight on the Coco 4VK, eliminating her. Pims and Mini are going to be the only two hope for the team, but their car has just been struck on a rock. She has to go into towards the safer region, she has to go in towards the safer side. 9 total teams are going to be surviving, on which case there's going to be 3 teams, 4 teams that are still outside of the circle. They have to make sure that they come inside of that circle as well. The rest of the 7 teams that are inside, that are like outside of the blue zone, in fact, they will have to make sure that they get inside of that safe zone as well. But Team Liquid 5 Esports, things are not looking good for them, because not only they're getting the fight, they're also like facing out some of the casualties on towards their region, on towards their side as well. And even right now, Mini and Pims 4VK are the only 2 survival players. But Pims 4VK, she's kind of knocked down. She has to be revved up in towards that region, in which case scenario, finally, as soon as she was revved up, she's gonna be into the cover. She's gonna be into the covers of the smokes, healing herself. Both of the players after the heal, the smoke is gonna be depleted. The smoke is gonna be no longer in towards this region. Her location may have been revealed, but there comes nothing. There comes no fire whatsoever. They're gonna be throwing the smokes. Then they will try to get inside of that circle, but from the back side, Team GSK is gonna be cooking up some grenades. They're gonna be throwing out some grenades in towards this region, in which case scenario, 1 grenade is just super close by to the rest of the team. 1 player, Pims 4VK, finally has been eliminated, knocked out because of that grenade. Second grenade may just be the tiebreaker, may just be the icebreaker in towards this region. But as Y is also coming inside of that circle, she's also going to be stopped out. She's also going to be spotted at that region, in this region and that location. She's going to also receive some kind of fires. 1900 is going to be fighting with the TSR. Each and every single one of the team from the 7 total teams that are still alive, 17 players, they are somewhat inside of that circle, and who are not, they're also making sure that somewhat in that region, they're also into the safer side where they can come inside of that circle. So there we go, the fire on the Mini has been done. Mini was taken down by the team over there. Xflags is going to be fighting with the S2G. S2G is going to be there. Xflags is going to be outside of the circle, super low on that HP, but there we go. Finally, 3 players back to back has been taken down as the same player. The last player, Meod, was the last hope of the team. She was also eliminated by another player, another team from this region, from that area. Team Xflags is no longer going to be inside of that match, inside of this region, because the S2G, they're going to be that players that is going to eliminate them as well, and leaving the total team numbers towards the 4. A top 4 fight is going to be initiated at this position. 2 versus 2 versus 3 versus 3, in which case scenario, Team BTR and TSR are the only 2 teams that have like 3 players alive for their whole team. But Team BTR, these girls have all of the players alive, all of the players at 75 plus HP in towards this regard. Sylv and RX was not the player that has a 75% plus HP in towards this region. She has to heal herself throughout the region and make sure her booster is completely up, because the rest of the teams, they're also going to be taking a look at this girl as well. They're also going to be taking a look at this position, and as soon as they're going to spot some players, they're going to make sure that the fires may just hit out the players, may just hit out the locations, eliminating the players in towards this region, in towards the cigar, in which case scenario now the team TSR, which is over here with 7 kills, their 3-girl squad on the other side. If you're talking about the team BTR, they're going to be 3-girl squad as well. S2G is going to be find like spotted by the team GSK in towards this regard. S2G Penia is going to be the only hope of the team, as she's going to be a solo player. There's going to be like a airdrop number that is super close by to her, airdrop number 5, which has a ghillie suit, and on the MK14 side, it's not going to be any possibility to like save out from that region, from this position, because there goes a grenade from the team BTR, eliminating her from that in like location, getting the kill for herself. And after that, team TSR, they're going to be fighting with the team BRS as well, BTR and the team TSR. These two girls are going to be fighting, as team TSR is having the upper hand for themselves, because not only the team BTR is right now down towards the last hope of the team. Innocence is going to be the only hope of the team, as she's also going to be throwing out the smoke. She's also going to be deploying the smokes, and after that healing her teammate up. But team TSR, the 3 girls lineup, how are these girls going to actually make a difference? Because from the different angle, with 11 kills, we have the team GS in towards this region, GSK with 2 players still surviving, Kwai and FRA. How these 2 girls are actually going to make a difference is going to be a huge question as well, because not only Kwai and FRA both have 5 kills equal towards these girls, towards this region. How the team TSR is actually going to make a difference in towards this region, because not only like they have a better like hand flow for themselves in towards this region, now is that time for the team to actually like make a difference, because GSK finally got 1 player from the team BTR down as well. Kwai, she's going to be here. She's going to be spotting out the player from the team TSR in towards this region, firing on towards the player, giving out notification in towards this region. FRA is kind of like super low on that HP, knocking one of the player out, but at that same time getting also knocked out, as the fight is changed towards a 1 versus 2 scenario, in which case scenario Manita can throw some grenades, can throw some throwables towards this girl, but no, there's not going to be that much time for the players, because Manita does not have anything to throw out at the player. There is going to be 1 molly, but the molly is going to be all that she has towards her disposal, and 1 wrong move towards the molly means that she's not going to be having any more chances to throw out the throwables on towards the players, on towards the team. But as the Kwai is also coming from the backside, we are also going to see her like spotting the other player from the team TSR as well, in which case scenario team TSR having the upper hand for the players, for the party. They're going to be getting the kill out, and with that fire they're going to have a total of 11 kill winner chicken dinner. Team TSR with 3 girls standing in towards the very end of the region, they're going to have that winner chicken dinner for themselves, with 11 total kills, 11 total defeats on towards the other teams, on towards the other players. And on the second spot we are going to see the team GSK, in which case scenario, now that we're talking about the team GSK, we cannot forget the factor about their kills as well. They got a total of 12 kills for themselves on towards the second position. Despite being on the second number, they still managed to get like themselves a total of 12 kills for themselves. 6 for FRA, 5 for Kwai, and 1 for Cat wins in towards that regard. But on the third spot, we're going to see the team BTR with only 2 kills. A really good survivability for those girls, but at that same time, it was all that for the team. Elimination was done on towards them on the number 3rd position, and after that, the winner chicken dinner goes towards the team TSR. But with that, the first match has also came towards that end as well. Now we're going to be taking out a short break, but we will let you know that you guys don't need to go anywhere, because we will be right back after the short break. There's still going to be 3 matches that are still going to be played, so if you want to witness more action, stay here, stay tuned, as we will be right back.
They said, don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it, getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began, just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a run beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. Will surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. On to the place where all this began. Just start again. I'll see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. You gone, you gone. You're not lost, you're not lost. You gone, you gone. You're not lost, you're They said, don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They said, be meek. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. Will surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. On to the place where all this began. Just start again. I'll see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down.
Hello, guys, and welcome back once again after the short break, after the short while towards the Global Girl Championship presented to you by Liquid 5 Esports. Once again, this is your caster, this is your host for tonight as well, Torix, and today as a Group C is going to take out its second match on. Finally, it's going to be decided which one of those teams after the 4 matches are going to go forward, and which one of that team, which one of that country will be saying goodbye towards us in towards this very own region, because there's going to be like more semi-final groups, and after that there's going to be the complete finals, in which case scenario, because we're talking about the complete finals, the whole prize pool is dependent upon that. The champions are going to get $170, the first runner-up is going to have the $110, $90 for the third prize, the fourth prize goes to $60, fifth prize is a $40, and top fragger is going to receive $30 for that particular person. But with that, the second match, which will be Miramar, has actually taken its flight, has actually started the match. So straight up going into the match, we can see the plane line just being formed as Campo Militar towards the Los Igos is that plane line, and almost like a mid-phase scenario, whereas Eastern hard shift and at that same time the middle side of that whole map is going to be easily accessible. Teams still do not want to go towards the western side, and that's what the circle this time around also had made its shift, because in the El Pozo, in the La Drelia, and the Monte Nuevo, there's not many places regarding the locations where you can get the loot for yourself and towards that regarding region and towards that particularly position. So teams really went towards the region, whereas like they can get the more loot for themselves and get up a good position, because even the circle going towards the northern region now is that time. We can see the Los Leons, those areas, Los Igos, that are still not inside of that circle, and the circle actually just went towards the northern side shift, where there's a lot of teams that are not just only inside of the circle but ready for the fight against each other as well. So not only now the team have a better choices of fighting against each other, but at that same time now is going to be the time, now is going to be the place, whereas the teams have to be really careful on what they're going to do, because in the Torre Ahumada outskirts we can see 2 teams, a cluster being formed over towards that area. There's going to be a cluster in the Los Leons as well, and the rest of the teams are like a total 18 teams, and almost like we can say 12 teams, I'd say, is inside of that circle already, whereas the diameter of the circle is already kind of like small. So the teams already is kind of in a pinch vicinity, it's kind of already in the pinch location that they have to like force their way in towards this region, force their way inside of that circle as well. And not only that, the teams that are still inside of that circle, they also have to make sure that if they want to survive, if they want to live out in that area, they have to take the fights, they have to like fight against the different team for their survival, for their particular position in towards this regard. With Team Wannabe, these girls are going to be close by to the Team Liquid 5 Esports, in which case scenario Team Liquid 5 Esports this time around joined with a total complete squad. On the other hand, Team Wannabe, these girls also joined with a 4-girl squad as well. Apari, Vinxie, be Golu, there's going to be Nora X as well. So all the 4 players finally are going to be inside of this game, inside of this match, and the players beloved Nora X is going to be joining us from the team Wannabe side towards this match as well. Last match we did not see her, but this time around finally the players from the chat are going to be like completely happy, because not only Nora X is right now joined out into the match, they're straight up going to be fighting against the team Liquid 5 Esports into the very early stages of the fight. In which case scenario, big Golu, if we're talking about Golu is kind of like far away from her team, far away from her like own players. In which case scenario, she has a chance of fighting against the team. She has a chance of fighting against the players from the team Liquid 5 in this case scenario. In which case Golu just went prone, level 1 helmet, level 1 vest right now. Team Liquid 5 Esports, if we're talking about these girls, Fims has the level 3 vest, level 2 helmet on towards her side, Mimi with that level 1 helmet and level 2 vest, Coco with that same armor and vest of level 1, helmet of level 1 as well. Fury is going to be the same one as Coco as well, with level 1 helmet, level 1 vest and a level 1 bag as well. So somewhere in that area, some players, half of the players from each of the team have like a good amount of what is it called, the armor and helmet, the safer side, like their survivability, but at that same time the rest 2 players are not going to be like that good, are not going to be that really good in towards this area. So teams not only have to be really careful on what they're gonna do next. 18 total teams are going to be alive in this regard. There's still going to be 18 total teams. Not a single fight has yet be initialized by any of these players, by any of these particular girls. In which case scenario, Nora X just went into the backside. After that, she's gonna be getting inside of that coop and maybe come back towards the region, whereas now is that time for her team to actually like take the fight. But no, for now Nora X is going for the safer approach, going for the safer side, as team Wannabe is also coming from the backside from team Liquid 5 Esports towards them as well. Apari is going to be one of the players that is going to be coming from the backside, back region, coming close by super slowly and super efficiently, not letting the other team know like her location in towards this regard, in towards this region. So not only they're gonna be like really into a good place, really into a good like location. Now is that time for them to actually like start the fight. Now is that time for them to like actually initialize the fight. All of this position, all of these location, and team Liquid 5 Esports versus team Wannabe may just happen right here with that. So not only like the team Wannabe is kind of like super, and I say super like attentive in towards this region, they're also making sure that they give out no opening to the team whatsoever, because a single opening means their annihilation. Apari has not looked over towards the right side, in which case scenario one player from the team Liquid 5 Esports has already came close by. Coco, in which case scenario, is going to be taking out that M249, but before that M249 is going to actually hit out the player, the Uzi shots on towards this girl particularly was done a lot of damage, has done a lot of damage over towards this particular girl. But there goes a grenade towards Coco's side. Coco has been finally eliminated, knocked out. A party's grenade is gonna knock the players out, in which case scenario there comes the fire, there comes the engagement from the rest of the teams of the team Wannabe as well, as they're also making their way. Fims, if we're talking about this girl, she's also coming close by towards her own team to give out that rev towards her player, and at that same time take out the initiative fights against the team Wannabe in this case scenario. As team Wannabe right now together, all together, are going to be 3 girls. The last player, which is Nora X, I believe so, is kind of like far away from this location. So it's a 3 versus 3. It's a 3 versus the scenario, in which case scenario finally Nora X from with that coop coming back towards her teammate, coming close by to her teammates, and after that picking them up. It's going to be a 2-man split cell. It's going to be a 2-girl split cell party. Team Wannabe right now is playing super safely, super attentively, because not only they're gonna be like in a pinch fight if they are actually given out a slight disadvantage towards this region. Team Liquid 5 Esports, they're not gonna let that opportunity go by for themselves as well. If they're given out that opportunity, if they're given out that advantageous position for themselves, and that's what the team Liquid 5 Esports is actually looking for right now, because Nora, Golu, Winxie and Apari, all the 4 players are not only just together, but there's a chance that a single grenade can potentially harm all of the girls at that same time. There goes a grenade, in which case scenario Wing C grenade was not enough to eliminate the player out. There goes another grenade, which will not do a single thing as well. Once again, the players are staying into the safe side, the players are staying into the cover side, whereas both of the teams are actually going to be safe from the fight, from the like engagement of each other. But one still, the 1-0 is going to be in the favor of team Wannabe in this case regard, because team Liquid 5 Esports has lost one of their players. The team that was like a complete squad is right now a trio in this regarding scenario. But Fims, she's going to be over here, she's going to be spotted at that position. There comes the fire, there comes the spray from towards the team Wannabe in towards this region, in towards this particular position. But as soon as she's going to be taken up by that engagement, she's going to be going down, she's going to be eliminated. And there goes the second eliminations on the team Liquid 5 Esports as well, which has lost two of their players right now. Mimi, Fury are going to be the only two players right now alive for the team. And not only they have to leave out this position, they have to like move out of this particular position, because team Wannabe has not only 4 players, not only has a like a better like engagement, have a better chance of engaging with the teams. There's going to be a different teams of fight in towards this map as well, whereas 2 kills from the team S2G are also been taken down. Team S2G, they have taken 2 kills at the same time. Wannabe Golu, they're gonna fight with the Fury. Fury has also been taken down. So somewhere in that region, not only team DME lost 2 of their players, but at that same time team Liquid 5 Esports is right now down towards their last and only hope whatsoever. 0 kills so far whatsoever. Vinci is going to be that only person that still hasn't managed to get a single kill for the whole team Liquid 5 Esports, as they're going to be a solo with the Mimi right now. They're going to be just moving out of this position, moving out of this particular location. Team Liquid 5 Esports, they're going to survive the solo player squad, but there goes the circle. There goes another shift towards the circle side as well, whereas it's going to go towards an eastern side region, a northeastern side region. 18 teams are still going to be alive. The number that was like almost a 70 is right now down to 61. So the teams that not only have to be really careful on what their next move is going to be, how their next like move is going to make sure that the teams actually like receive some, not just a fatal damage, but at that same time their team receives a good fortune in towards that area, in the kill compartments, in the position compartment, because every single team, let's say, is right now just focusing on the survivability, because if they can survive in towards the top 10, in towards the top 8 position, then there's a chance that they're going to have a great amount of position points for themselves, because the circle is actually closing on. The teams that are outside of the circle, they're going to face some kind of casualties towards their side, because the circle will do a lot of damage as it's going to be closing down. In sometimes the 4th and 5th circle are going to be that circle that is going to take down a complete chunk damage on towards the player. So teams have to be really careful on how their like rotation is going to be, if they can actually get inside of the circle in time or not, or if the teams outside of the circle are going to be able to out heal that circle, are they going to be able to out heal in towards the safe side region or not. But for right now, team 1900, these girls are coming inside of that circle as well. And as they moved their way inside of that circle, finally, not only they're outside of the blue circle, but they're also inside of that safe zone right now, because the circle is also closing on. Once again, the circle is taking its shift. Where the circle is going to shift out is a major concerning thing for each and every single one of the players, because in the eastern region, in the southern region, in fact, at the junkyard, there's going to be 3 teams that have made a cluster, that have formed a cluster. But team S2G, they're also going to be fighting in the water treatment compartments with against the team BTR from the team GSK. We're also seeing the fight against the team TSR as well. Total 60 players are going to be surviving. 18 teams are still going to be alive. The circle is taking its shift. Team Ace is also fighting, as the team TSR is going to be taking the initiative with them as well. One player from the team TSR has already been eliminated. The other player right now is down, knocked out over towards this region. The player Haley is going to be giving out that rev, but before that, revival factor is actually engaged. She's going to be throwing out some smokes to give out the cover towards herself, towards her teammate. But look at that, GSK FRA is going to fight with Mimic. BTR Sylv is also going to be taken down. GSK Kwai is going to be fighting with the team Ace, in which case scenario, finally, as soon as the team Ace has been taken down, the team number finally has decreased and it has gone towards a total of 17 top teams. 57 players that are still going to be alive. TSR is going to be one of them, with all of the 3 players still going to be standing in towards this match. Manita is going to be the only person that was eliminated at that time. That was finished off in towards that regard, but the rest of the players, they're going to be alive. They're going to be all up in towards this region. They're going to be all back in towards their action. So somewhere in this area, somewhere in this region, not only that the teams are kind of in a pinch position right now, they also have to make sure on what they are going to do, because right now total 57 players and 17 teams, they have to make their way inside of that circle, and the circle has taken a shift toward the Hacienda del Patron. Hacienda del Patron, where the Golden Mirado is, particularly that position is almost let's say that it's in the middle of the circle, middle of the dead center of the circle right now. But aside from that, the rest of the teams that are like outside of the circle, they have to make sure that they come inside of that circle, and for that they have to actually engage with one another. 1900 is going to be initiating the fight against the team pair. Taya was knocked out, in which case scenario, 1 kill so far for the team 1900 in towards this regard, in towards this region. And Books, they're going to be here with all 4 of their players alive, all 4 of their players are still standing into the match. There's going to be team Sir in towards that region, team Fair in towards outside of the region, outside of the circle, in towards the position, whereas Yagi is just healing herself, constantly going for that heal battle, constantly going for that bandages on towards herself, using it on herself so that she can actually survive outside of the circle for some time before the circle actually starts to shift. Then she's gonna make sure that she like takes the buggy to get inside of that circle, because there's still gonna be 17 teams. Remember, those 17 teams have to make their way somehow inside of that circle if they want to survive, and that is particularly impossible. That is practically impossible for these teams. They have to make sure like they actually engage. They have to make sure that they put the other team number down a little bit, that the number of total teams, that is 17, is gone down to like 15 or maybe even 14 or maybe even 10, so that the teams, that the players can actually make their way inside of that circle. Because not only like they're in a pinch position, they're in a pinch vicinity. Team N-Books is going to be one of them that is right now at the corner of the circle. They're just going to hold off this position for the next circle till the next circle, and after that they might just be that team that is right now like outside the circle, still holding out on themselves with just the healing battle, with just the heals. So it can be particularly anything. Teams can go from like 100% good location to a 0% good location in 0 seconds. But KO, they're gonna be fighting. Teams are actually gonna be engaging with one another finally in towards this region, and the total number of the players that are still alive is gonna be broken down to 56. S2G, these girls are going to be taking the initiative fights as well. As so far so good, only 2 kills for these girls in particular are going to be done. Slowly and steadily they will be making out their way in forward towards this region. They're going to be making sure that their position is also like a good one, so they can like hold off to the position towards the region, whereas they can be into the safer side, they can be to the good position side. Once again, the fight is definitely going to be happening against out Anna, in which case scenario, Anna is receiving a lot of damage from Renata. Renata tried her level best to knock out the player, but was not possible to do that. 17 teams that are still surviving, that are still alive, are gonna make their way inside of that circle right now, because the circle has finally taken a shift. And as we're talking about the team that was at the like San Martin area, team Ambooks, as I said, like they had the good position, but now they don't, because the circle has taken a shift towards the water treatment side, Hacienda del Patron side, whereas each and every single one place inside of that circle is right now out in the open. Team N-Books, they're fighting against the team 1900. Once again, the engagements have started. Obex GX is going to be over there as well, in which case scenario, just look at that. QB GX is kind of like low on that HP. She's gonna heal herself, while right after that the 6x M416 spray is gonna make sure that the team is finally gonna see some kind of damage, some kind of like casualties on towards their side. Once again, if she gets up, She could have possibly knocked out the player, but no, it's not going to be possible because 1900 on was that person that had the better angle on towards the girl, eliminating her at that same time, knocking her out in towards this region, in towards the cigars. Rose is going out for that revival factor, but no, she's not going to be able to even get out of this cover because the players were just looking out in towards the same region. They were like hungry for that kill. They were ready for that kill, and as soon as the player just tried to even made a move, they were put down. They were eliminated at that time. Team Ambooks, they're going to be alive with only 2 players standing. Team 1900, they're going to be all 4 of the players alive right now. But in this region, 15 teams are going to be alive. 48 total players are going to be still standing inside of that circle, inside of that white line, outside of the white line and inside of that white line. No, the best thing about the Miramar match right now is that none of the team is actually outside of the blue zone. Nobody is receiving the blue zone damage towards themselves, but Team Exit versus Team Sime is going to be taking out the initiative as well, in which case scenario, just look at that, Lena finally has been knocked out. As Lena was taken down, Lena right now is knocked out. It's going to be really, and I say really in towards a bad spot because Team Sim SIR is going to be in towards this region, whereas they are in a corner of that ridge, but at that same time there is going to be different positions, there is going to be different locations that is totally gonna like open up your path for annihilation as well, in which case scenario Pixie is gonna be that person that is gonna take down Lena as well. Lena finally has been knocked out and eliminated. Moon is going to be outside of the circle as well, using the buggy to move inside, but as she's going to be moving inside, there can be potential fires on towards her buggy side as well, because the back tire has been punctured. Moon is kind of like in a pinch spot as well, because from the back side there's going to be Team 1900 that's going to be initializing with them as well, but no, Team 1900, they're going to be facing up some casualties against the Team Sir as well, in which case scenario Pixie this time around was taken down. Pixie was knocked out, and in which case scenario, now that the Pixie is knocked out, it's going to be really hectic situation for the players to like actually like throw some smokes, get into the cover side, once again heal out their players, revive her up, fully heal herself up, and once again go for that initiative fight, because not only your position is kind of like compromised, even if you go for that long range fight, there's a chance that the team that was close by to you can once again go for that fight against you in towards that region. But S2K, they're going to be fighting with the Team Wannabe in that region. Team S2K, they're going to be initializing with the fights. They're going to be initializing with their engagement and getting a lot of kills for themselves. Not only that, the Team Wannabe also is no longer going to be inside of that zone, inside of this match, because they also, I believe so, has been eliminated in towards this region. Team DME, Team TSR, Team Wannabe, Team ACE, Team MST, that is Liquid 5, and Team DIVAS are those teams that have been totally completely annihilated. But Team IQ versus Team CB, they're also going to be engaging with the fight as well. Once again, there's going to be a lot of solo players, there's going to be a lot of solo scenarios that is going to engage with one another. Finally, we are down to the top 12 teams, in which case scenario, now that the team that gets eliminated is at least going to receive one position point for themselves, but if they have like a kill on top of that, that number is definitely going to go up and up and up. But now Team S2G, these girls are here with that complete fire. The car is going to be destroyed. The players are also going to be spotted with that fire. Penny MVP with that beautiful knockout on towards the player. There's going to be engagement over towards the close range as well, but from the backside, Penny has a cover. It's going to eliminate the players up as well. A total of 10 kills so far. Tap fire on towards the out Pinky as well, in which case scenario Pinky is just surviving with the 0 HP. She's not going to survive anymore because VDR Dilla is going to be using that final bullet on towards the girl, eliminating her. The number of the teams are going to be down towards the 10, top 10, and top 10 teams are divided into 23 players, which case scenario 9 teams are going to be down right now with 22 players. So there's solo players that are dying, that are like just getting annihilated, eliminated at that point is going to be like really bad in towards this position right now. But once again, there's going to be a total of 8 teams, 7 teams, 18 players that are still going to be surviving inside of that circle. We're going to see a lot of teams that are going to fight. S2G versus Xflags. Team Fair is going to receive a fair amount of like throwables on towards their side, but Christy is just going to survive. Christy is just going to leave out that like a position out of this position. Yagi and Christy as a solo for the team, as a duo for the team. Christy is going to receive some kind of damage, But at that same time, there goes the smokes, there goes the covers from the region, there comes the grenades, there comes the throwables, in which scenario Yagi was finally taken down, Yagi was finally knocked down. This may just give the rise towards the team that is gonna actually like go for that engagement, go for that aggression on towards the player. But there goes the final smoke cover, there goes the final smoke that has been deployed, and after that there's going to be a revival factor on towards the player. 1900 is also going to receive a lot of damage on towards their side as well, because Team Nbux, Team BTR, these two teams are going to be taking out initiative on the 1900, eliminating them consistently. And with that fire, as Team 1900 is no longer inside of that zone, as they're no longer inside of that game, finally the total number of the teams that are still going to be surviving, that are still inside of that match, is going to be down towards the 6. Somewhere in this area, the teams that is going to get eliminated is at least, and I say at least, going to receive 4 points for themselves whatsoever. So even right now, the team that got eliminated, which is Xflags, is going to receive 4 points for themselves. But now we're down to the top 5 positions, whereas the number of the total number of the save spot, the position, is gonna be increased up to a 6 right now. But with that beautiful fire from the Lyra side, there goes a 1 knock on towards the player. But no, it's not gonna be possible to eliminate the second player, which is DYNO, as DYNO is gonna be eliminating the player and getting them on towards the top 5 position as well. Ambu is no longer gonna be inside of that circle, inside of this match anymore. 4 players alive from the team BTR, and at that same time, with 8 kills so far, the top 4 fight is definitely gonna happen, as GSK FRA is gonna be the solo player standing. There's going to be 2 players from the team S2G, there's going to be 2 players from the team Fair. At that time, Christy once again has been knocked out. Yagi has to give out that rev towards the players, towards the factors. But team BTR, with all of their might, with all of their players surviving in towards this match, is going to be amazing. It's going to be like casualties on towards the other player as well, because their throwables, their mollies, their grenades may have a better chance of hitting out the players, because not only they have like a more player advantage towards themselves, they also can hold out more covers, more angles for themselves as well. Team S2G, they're gonna maybe fight against the team BTR, in which scenario Innocence try to come over there. Team S2G is going to be taking out the initiative on them. Fair is right in the backside. Yagi may have the possibility of eliminating the player as well, because there goes the smoke on the Innocence side. Innocence is just going to survive. Team BTR, DYNO is going to be taken down and eliminated at that time. So solo, duo, and trio is going to be alive right now. Team BTR, if we're talking about these girls right now, in which case scenario, Innocence is kind of like on a different angle. Sylv has been taken down, and as Sylv has been knocked out into towards this area, Team BTR is down towards the last 2 players as well. So a team that was a complete squad is right now down to the last 2 players, and the top 3 teams are actually going to be surviving. Fair, Yagi with the BTR, Civic, Silk, Sylv has been eliminated, and with that Sylv elimination, the final team number is going to be a duo on the BTR side. But there goes a molly, there goes a grenade from the team S2G, getting the player down. But with that Dilla's fire, a beautiful car explosion is going to be eliminating Team Fair as well. So a 2 versus 2 scenario is definitely going to happen, in which case scenario Innocence is going to receive some kind of revival factor on towards the open area field, open area region. The player finally got total 10 kills for themselves. If we're talking about the team S2G, they have 12 kills so far, with the 2 players standing as well. So grenades, so throwables are definitely coming in with the clutch, and there we have it, another knock on towards the player. As soon as Innocence was revived up, she was taken down yet once again with that beautiful grenade, with that beautiful like a splash damage from that grenade side as well. Team S2G is taking that initiative, coming into the close range into the close range of fight. Once again, the spray may just not be enough for the team, because there goes the S2G fire, there goes the 1v2 from the team S2G side, and with that fire, Team BTR is no longer into the game, and S2G is gonna have a 14 kill winner chicken dinner for themselves. A total of 14 kill chicken dinner is gonna be amazing towards this girl. Mary is gonna have 1 kill. Idorado is gonna have 2 kills for herself, and at that same time there's gonna be 5 kills for Penny MVP, and at that same time the last player, Renetta MVP, Renetta 444, she's gonna receive 6 kills for herself, for her team. A total of 14 kills are gonna be done by the team S2G in towards the second match, which is gonna be the Miramar. So with that, the second match which has ended, our MVP, a winner chicken dinner for the team S2G, and at that same time a beautiful 14 kills. Team BTR is going to be on the second position with that beautiful, and I say beautiful, like 10 kills for themselves as well. So somewhere around that area, they also managed to get a double-digit kill for themselves despite being on the number 2 position. So 10 kills for the team BTR, but on the third spot we have Team Fair with only 6 kill so far whatsoever for these girls. But with that, the second match, which has came to a conclusion, which has came to an end, is finally been finished. With that, now we're gonna take a short break. But before we go over to the short break, we're finally gonna tell you to like hit that like button, subscribe button, and share the stream as much as possible, because there are still gonna be 2 more matches and you don't want to miss them as well. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, and share button. We will be right back after the short break, so don't go anywhere.
They said, don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found, and you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They said, be meek. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. Just start again. You won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found, and you can't all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They said, be meek. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. Just start again. Won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn.
Hello everyone, how are you? And once again welcome back after the short break, while towards the Global Girl Championship presented to you by Liquid 5 Esports. Once again, this is your host, this is your caster Torix, joining you with a third match action, which will be Sandhawk. And as the Sandhawk is gonna initialize its a flight, we will be seeing a lot of like snakes, a lot of like position holding in towards this match. And how can we forget the early engagements in towards the Sandhawk match? Because it's not really a big map where you can like go anywhere you want. It's actually like a small map where you can actually like go wherever you want, but at that same time there are not that many options, so you have to like really engage with one another. Because the plane that has actually started, the plane flight has actually started, the match has actually begun. So moving straight over towards the match, we can see some early engagement may just happen at the very start of the match as well, because in the boot camp there's going to be three teams that will be going over towards the same place. There's going to be into the Paradises, or there are two teams engaging into the same position, same place as well. There's going to be Camp Bravo, whereas the team finally moved out of that location. But in the Painan region, into the Painan location, there's the team that will be only a solo in towards that region. But into the kill feed, in towards the Kampong region, we can see the team Fair once again fighting against different teams, different players as well. The circle has also been taken a shift towards like a northeastern side, whereas a northeastern region is kind of like inside of that circle. Now is that time for the teams to like actually make a difference, because outer pinkish, they're gonna be fighting with the team Fair, in which case scenario Christie has been taken down. Taya has just a QBC and the DBS in towards his hand. Christy, who got the first kill for the team, she has also been taken down out. Anna is right now down. Doody and Pinky are going to be the only two players surviving for the whole team, in which case scenario, Doody, Pinky, both of the girls are going to be together. They're going to be initializing with the teams, engaging with them, getting the kill, and with that fire, the first foremost kill of the team fair has also been done by the team out in towards this region. But team out, they have received casualties double the amount of what they gave out towards the player, because two of their players have been eliminated in that regard in towards this region. And now that the team out is right now down towards their only and only last two players, Taya, Pinky, how these two teams are actually gonna fight against each other, because team out and team fair, these two teams have been super close by to each other. There's going to be one wrong move from either side and it's gonna be all over for the other team. It's going to be all over for that particular team that is gonna make a wrong move in towards this region, because not only this is gonna determine who is gonna hold off that position for themselves, it's also gonna determine who is going to be the one that is actually gonna win out this fight, win out this particular region for themselves. Because in the Kampong there's two teams, and those both teams have actually started to fight into the very early stages of the map, because the rest of the teams, if we're looking the boot camp in towards the Paradise Resort, we can see there's two more teams in towards the boot camp. There's one team, and somewhat in towards that region there's going to be team IQ as well in towards the boot camp side as well. So there's at least two team into the boot camp in towards the Paradise Resort as well, whereas these two team also have a chance of engaging with one another, engaging with each other in towards this case scenario, in towards this case regard. So somewhere in that here, someone needs to make sure, the players need to make sure that they make a move here, that they make sure that they get the win for themselves. They don't want to do any kind of wrong move, because a singular wrong move means it will be a bad factor towards that team, towards that particular team. Because even right now, team out and team fair, nobody is actually making a forward engagement. Nobody is actually going for that engagement in towards this region, because 15 teams, 55 players that join in towards this match, they're all gonna be alive. They're all gonna be still standing in towards the match. Do they can make a show that they get the kill for themselves as well, in which case scenario in the side fair, Yasi, she's going to be into the backside, whereas there's a chance that Yasi can come towards this region and fight with the Doody as well. There's also Pinky that is in the bottom region, in towards the bottom area, just waiting out in this particular regard. Just look at that, Pinky just got some shots on towards her side. Oh my god, Pinky, she's here, one kill so far towards these girls. Team out is gonna have one kill. 55 total players are still gonna be standing in towards this match and towards this region. On the other side, it's a 2 versus 3 case scenario. Fair has a more player advantage, more player advantage towards that area, and at that same time from different angles they also have the angles advantage towards themselves as well. But into the kill feed, we can see team Liquid 5 Esports versus team TSR is actually making a difference here in towards this position. Ruby, Taya, Yagi, these three girls are also slowly and steadily making sure that their way is not spotted by anyone. So with that jump and punch glitch, or you can say feature, they're slowly and steadily coming forward. But team CG versus team IQ into the boot camp section is also has started to happening, in which case scenario team CG is going to be initializing the fight. They're going to be initializing the kill for themselves. Melanie is going to be there. Anna is going to be in towards that region as well. There is going to be Christina from the back region as well, whereas all three girls from the team IQ are gonna be alive in towards this particular position. But team fair, Yagi once again fighting with out Doody. Doody has been taken down, leaving only the one player, which is Pinky. As the Pinky gets eliminated, that number of the team goes towards 14, with a total of 52 players that are still going to be surviving. Finally, some teams, there's some players that have started the fight and won the fight as well, in which case scenario, just look at that. Yagi got 2 kills, Taya got 1 kill. Christy was the person that got the initialized kill, but at that same time was finished up in towards that region. TSR Suz, they're going to be engaging with the teams as well as we move towards the team TSR in towards the Paradise Resort region. We can see Team Liquid 5 Esports right in front of them, and there we have it. 2 players from the team. TSR has been taken down. There's only going to be 1 player alive, which is going to be Souza with 18 bullets. Souza has to make a difference because Mini, she's going to be into the upper range of the Paradise Resort, in towards the house compartment side of the Paradise Resort. Slowly and steadily coming forward. Souza can make a difference. Souza can make sure that she gets at least 1 elimination in towards this area. But as soon as she's going to use that M4162, gave out her location, the rest of the team is actually going to make sure that their movement starts in towards this region. There goes the grenade. There goes the fire throwable on towards the Mini side, knocking her out. Team Liquid 5 Esports. Mini is right now down. Miss Fury's coming from the backside to give out that rep, but the angle change, the angle initialization is going to be enough for the team to actually put themselves into a bad sector in towards this region, because Souza actually got another knock on towards the players as well. Not only now she does not have any kind of healing, the only healing that she has are those bandages that she's actually using right now, and with those bandages to use it, she's trying her level best to fight with the team, but no, it's not going to be possible. She's going to be put down. Fims 4BK is in the very end the victorious person that is not only just going to save out her teammates, but at that same time with that fire, she's going to be able to give out that rev after towards her teammates as well. A total of 3 kills out of 2 is going to be gone towards the Fims 4BK. But on the other side, if we are looking at the circle is also going to take its shift towards the northern region, northern side locations where Team CG outside of the boot camp. We can see these girls actually initiating with the team Xflags in towards this area. Team GSK is also fighting with the S2G, in which case scenario Team Xflags right now, if we're talking about these girls, Team CG is actually engaging with them, getting a knockout onto the Mayon as well. Bonchon, she's going to be over there getting down, knocked out by the CG Heaven at that regard. But Team Xflags Trexy, she's going to be the only hope, not for the team, but for her whole place, for her whole location in towards this area, because the fight is right now top 12. Each and every single one of the team that gets eliminated is at least gonna have 1 point for themselves, because Mure is actually coming towards this girl, actually is trying her level best to get in towards that region so she can get the rev. Team CG does not have a slightest of idea where the players are going to be, and slowly and steadily there's a chance that Mure is going to give out that rev towards the players, and after that there might be a 4 versus 2 scenario, in which case scenario Team S2G right now onto the other side against Team DIVAS is going to be initializing. There goes the molly, there goes the smokes, all once again over towards the team. They're trying their level best to get the elimination, but there goes the molly from the other team as well, which is going to be S2G. Renetta with that 444 Molotov is going to knock out one of the players. Spidey's going to be over there. Renetta with that low on HP, super low HP side. She's going to be healing herself first, and after that she's going to be initializing with the team. She's going to be engaging with the team with that peak fire. She's just going to be able to do the damage from the backside. We can see Mary entering out that area, knocking out 1, not 2, but 3 players right at that very start. 1v3 was completed by S2G Mary. With that, a total of 4 kills. They're all going to be alive, and Team Divas are going to be no longer in towards the match. They're going to be gone towards the lobby. With that, another team goes towards the lobby, making the total number 11. 37 players that are still going to be alive inside and outside of the circle right now, and even outside of the blue zone as well, in which case scenario Xflags is the only team that is right now outside of the circle, but at the same time they have also been spotted by the Team CG. Once again, Heaven is going to be using that M416 spray to fight out on Mure. Mure has been knocked out and picked up at that point. 4th kill for the team CG in this regard. Finally, they're moving inside of that circle, and as they're moving inside of the circle, there are all 4 players alive. Heaven, she's here, Miss Gubba in the front side as well. They're all trying their level best to get inside of not just the circle, but at the same time, if they are able to get inside of the circle, there's a chance that they can hold out that position against the other team that will try to come from the bootcamp side. Whereas for now, it's Team Xflags and Team IQ. The first team to hold off the circle is actually gonna gatekeep out that whole circle scenario for themselves as well, because they know that there will be some teams that will try to get inside of that area, that will try to get inside of that region as well. And what's the best way, what's more better way to to engage with them than to wait out for them to come inside of that circle? And that's what they're gonna do. S2G, if they're moving back over towards these girls, they're gonna be super close by. to yet another team, which is the Team GSK right now. And as Team GSK is super close by towards this region, now is that time for the team S2G to actually shine, because not only they managed to like eliminate the team Divas, but right now team GSK, as these kills are going to be over here, Kwai is going to be knocking out one of the player from the team S2G in towards this regard. Mary is going to be inside of that house, no movement whatsoever, but Kwai at that same time with that beautiful Renetta's grenade is going to be knocked out as well. The 3-5 is actually going to happen, but there goes the second knock on the Cat wins as well. Two players from the team GSK has been taken down, knocked out at that same time. Fra is going to be the last hope of the team, last standing hope for the players as well. And as this girl is going to be a solo player right now, alive, FRA, is she going to be able to like give out that revival factor towards the team? Because there comes a grenade, there comes a splash damage on towards the player, not going to be enough for the elimination. But at that same time, if we're talking about Kwai is kind of like low on that HP, but Ace is coming also for the team CG, as well as team CG is also going to be facing out some of the casualties. But at that same time, Renetta, as soon as she tried to come towards that area, she's going to be taken down by FRA. FRA finally knocked her down. The backstab, the counter-attack finally is starting from the team GSK side. There goes the grenade, in which case Fra is going to receive a lot of damage from that grenade. A big splash damage, half HP is down on towards the Fra side. Fra only has a beautiful, and I say beautiful, Uzi in towards her hand, but she was not able to use that. She could have used it into the close range, eliminating the player up at that time. But Mary right now is giving up that rep to Renetta. Same time, Vanes is going to be that person that is going to be alive right now as a solo hope the whole team. As soon as Vane is going to know that she's going to be the last player standing, she's going to leave out this position. She wants to leave out this position, but Team Ace, as they're fighting with the Team CG in the different compartment, Team Xflags is also going to make their entrance in towards that area, knocking out one of the player. Total number of the teams are going to be changed to 10. 29 players are going to be standing in towards this map as well, but none of the map, none of the region so far we have seen someone just staying prone till the very end, and till the very end they are fighting over towards this area. So not only the team have to be really careful on what they're gonna do and how they're gonna actually like make a difference in towards this area and towards this regional regard. What the teams are actually gonna do is gonna be determining out their factor, determining out their like location for themselves on what they're gonna do and how they're gonna actually like move forward. Because in the barn area the circle has taken its shift, but at the same time Team S2G and Team BDR, they're coming close by, they're coming like back to back, face to face against each other, in which case scenario Team BDR right now got one of the Team S2G down, one of the player from the Team S2G that has been taken down. Now is that time for the Team BTR to actually like reinitialize with the Team S2G, in which case scenario now as soon as the players from the team BTR is together, they're going to be moving forward. Team Wannabe is also facing out some casualties on towards themselves as well. GSK, Wannabe has eliminated each other at that position. Team Ace is going to be over here. Team Wannabe has taken the fight against the Team Ace and Team scenario. Ashley is going to be moving right in the backside. Once again, Team Wannabe is alive with all four of their players. Nora and Vinny are going to be those two girls that is right now down, knocked out in towards this regard. They can be given out that rep, but look at that. Apari has been also eliminated. There goes the Golu. Golu also receiving a lot of damage, and as Golu is the final hope of the team, she's gonna be going for that heal first of all, and after that as soon as she's gonna see her own players dying right in front of her eyesight, now is that time for her to leave out this position, to move out of this area in particular. Because if she stays, this might just be possible that she's not gonna survive out this position, this location. Nora X is also getting that rev. 8 total teams are gonna be alive. Team Ace is slowly and steadily moving forward, and as she is coming forward, they don't know the exact location of the player. They will try to know that yes, the player might be at the house's compartment side, but they little do they know that the player is at the right side towards this particular rock, in which scenario one of the rock has a revealed location of the player as well. Team Wannabe getting 2 players right now down and towards that area. Mooney is going to be the solo player standing for the team. It's going to be a 1v1 scenario. It's going to be a 1v1 situation for the team, in which case scenario Mooney is going to receive some damage, and with that 1v3 it's going to be done by Nora X. Oh my god, getting that 3 kills right down on towards the players, getting all of the kills for her team in towards this regard. A total of 3 kills are done towards the Team Wannabe, and with that 3 kills total surviving the players is going to be alive as well. Total top 7 fight is actually going to be initialized right now as Team Xflags Xflags is going to be alive with a solo player. Wannabe Nora is outside the circle, and the circle has also taken its shift on the right side on towards the eastern side of Bhan location. The circle has started. The team have to move inside of that circle, and as they're going to be moving inside of that circle, there's going to be a lot of casualties in towards that area. There's going to be a lot of fires in towards that particular location because there's going to be still a trio squads duos that are still going to be alive that can still initialize with one another. Moon nearby, Sir Romasia, she was eliminated at that time. Moon is not making a move in towards this region. Team IQ versus Team Xflags may just happen in which case scenario. Just look at that. Xflags, she's trying a level best to get inside of that circle. She's moving inside of that circle from the backside. We can see the team IQ may just come in towards this particular location and fight with these girls as well. But as Xflags is moving out of this location, I can already tell that Xflags is actually going to be inside of that circle. But from the right side, she hears the fight, she hears the engagement of the teams as well, and as soon as she hears that, she gets into the cover side because she knows that there will be teams right on the top side of the place as well, right on the top side of this particular location as well. Outside of the play zone is going to be Moon, and as Moon is going to be on top of this position, Renetta 444, this particular girl is actually going to be here. Team Mist, Team Liquid 5 Esports, they're going to be outside of that circle. They're going to be outside of that particular position. Team IQ, Team Xflex, Team Sim, they're going to be all there. Team Fair versus Team S2G may also happen in towards this regard, in towards this region. So all of the players have to be really careful on what they're going to do and where they are actually going to move, because not only Yagi right now is kind of like stranded in towards this area. The rest two players, which is Ruby and Taya, they're kind of like into the backside, and they have to make sure that their position is not revealed, because as soon as their position is gonna be revealed, it's gonna be all over for these girls. A total of 6 teams that are surviving right now is actually making a difference. Like Strexy as a solo player till the very end, a beautiful survival towards this girl. How far she can go from this point forward is going to be a major question right now. Team IQ, these girls are going to be over here. Anna, Milane, these 2 girls are going to be alive from the Team IQ side. Team S2G is going to be alive with a 3-girl squad as well, which is Mary, Pena, and Renetta. Team Liquid 5 Esports, they're going to be alive with a 3-girl squad as well, with Fims, Mimi, and Fury as well. But on the other side, if we're talking about Team Sid, SIM, these girls are going to be alive with a 2, in which case scenario, Lena has been also been spotted and at the same time taken down. Raya, Arya, she's going to be the last standing of the team, but as soon as she's going to be also been spotting out the player, Taya has also been taken down. Ruby also been taken down. Yagi as the solo of the team. There goes a grenade from the Team S2G side, eliminating her from that point. Anna is right now down. Mileni is going to be in towards this region. Team S2G from the back angle, just eliminating the Team IQ in towards that region. Mileni is the solo hope for the whole team, is the solo hope for the whole players as well. But with the said Arya, oh my god, this girl just managed to get that 1v2 down on towards the players, and the final player was eliminated by the Team S2G, in which case regard, she's finally managed to not only get in towards the top 3 position right now, there are more chances that she can get even further above right now. A total of 3 teams are going to be surviving. The fight is a 3 versus 1 person standing, so team have to be really careful. Team Liquid 5 Esports also have been spotted by the Team S2G, and at that same time they were eliminated. Oh my god, 19 total kills towards the players. 5 on Mary, 7 on Pena, 7 on Renetta. What is going on towards this team right now? And as Arya is the solo hope of the team with only 2 kills, as soon as she's going to be eliminated, the team is going to receive, the S2G is going to have a 20 kill winner chicken dinner right over towards the place. Renetta also has been spotted out the player's own tour first that, but there we go, the fire on Syria. Arya is not going to be enough as Arya was taken down. Arya also is going for that full complete annihilation on towards the player, getting that 3rd kill for her team, even though there's a chance right now that she can actually manage to pull off that 1v3 completely in towards this area. Now it's a 1v2, but Arya receiving that grenade on towards herself. There is no vest whatsoever on her side. There is no vest whatsoever, but there goes the grenade from the Team S2G, and getting that 20 kill winner chicken dinner is just gonna be amazing towards the player. Pena with that 8 kills, the Renette with that 7 kills, and Mary with that 5 kills. That total of 20 kills for these girls, for these particular players, is just gonna be amazing on towards this particular side, is this particular region. And with that fire, a beautiful winner chicken dinner, 15 points from that and 20 points from the kills. Is just gonna put them on a top-notch performance. But on the second position, we're gonna see 3 kills for the team S1 in towards that area, in which case scenario 3 total kills. Second position for themselves, Liquid 5 Esports on that third position, regarding their position right now with 4 total kills toward these girls as well. So a top 3 has been done right now. With that, the third match has also came to a conclusion. With that, now we're gonna be taking out a short break. But before we go over to the short break, we shall let you know that make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button as well, because there's still going to be one more match for today left, as well as the Group C. And as we're talking about the Group C, there's going to be Group D tomorrow. So there's going to be more groups from tomorrow as well. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, and share the stream as much as possible. Share the channel as much as possible. And now we will go on a short break, because the fourth match before Erangel start, we need a short break as well. So be right back. Don't go anywhere. Stay here. Stay tuned. We will be right back.
Don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began, to start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found, and you can't start again until you break down. They said, be meek, look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began, to start again. Won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found, and you can't been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They said, be meek. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. Just start again. Won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Hold on, hold on. You're not lost, you're not lost. Hold on, hold on. You're not lost, you're They said, don't fall, don't forget all the things you've been taught, you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Going to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. You'll surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to hide it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. On to the place where all this began. Just start again. Won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall first to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down.
Hello, and welcome back once again, guys. After the short break, after the short while, really it was kind of like a short break, but once we are back again, 14 teams and 54 players in towards the last match of today's Group C factor. But once again, introducing myself, it's going to be Torix, joining you with the live action of today's matches for tonight as well. But once again, in the last match right now is the time for the moment of truth and for the teams to actually shine, because not only this is going to be the Erangel map once again, the team have to be really careful on what their next move is going to be, because for the Group C, this is going to be the last match. This is going to be the last match where they can actually make a difference for the team. So without any further ado, going straight up into the plane flight, we are gonna see the teams that is taking out their flights out of the plane and in towards the map of the Erangel. Right now they're just landing on towards their own regions, their own location, particularly positions, whereas it's going to be a hectic situation for the teams to actually make a difference here, because not only this particular position is really, I'd say, gonna be bad for each and every single one of the players. The circle shift towards the western side means you are forced to go in towards the Primox, Ferry Pierce Quarry side, the Gatka regions, and even the Jojo pools. You can say it's not that much of a forced position, because you can get a lot of good loot as well in towards that area. But aside from that, the Gatka region, the Quarry region, those are the particular places whereas teams usually, and I say usually, tends to not get a lot of good amount of kills for themselves, good amount of loot for themselves, ammunition for themselves. And even right now, the total 14 teams that joined has dropped out into their own particularly locations, because I see two teams at the school apartment side. There are two teams that are close by in towards this areas, but at that same time Yasnaya Polyana outside of the Yasnaya Polyana mansion areas, there's going to be another team which is Wannabe. So outside of the circle, there's at least 5 to 6 teams that are over there. But on the other side, inside of that circle, we can see 6 teams inside of that circle as well. So somewhat in that area, 50% of the teams are actually outside of the circle, 50% of the teams are actually inside of that circle. But that is all for them right now, because the rest of the teams that are inside, they have already got their own place, a good one on top of that, that they will be using to hold out that area, to keep the place occupied for themselves, to make sure that no one actually gets on top of them, gets aside from them, in towards their region, whereas they will be put into a bad factor, they will be put into a bad location in towards that area. But once again, 54 total players, 14 teams that have joined in towards the last match of today's Group C as well. How the teams will perform is a major concerning, is a major question as well in towards this area, because 54 teams, 54 players, 14 teams, how they are gonna get inside of that circle. The first question is going to be that, because even right now, if we do actually take a look, there's a chance, there's a slight chance that yes, the teams can get inside of that circle, the teams can hold off their position inside of that circle, but only and only that, because aside from this, aside from that, the rest of the teams, whereas they will be making their way inside of that circle from the eastern region towards the western side region. There's going to be a lot of casualties because for now there's going to be a lot of teams right at the corner of the circle, right at the corner of the position, whereas they will be entering out that area, and they're going to be facing out a lot of teams that they're going to face a lot of players one against each other in towards this region. So teams have to be really careful on where they're gonna actually move inside of that circle, because it really depends upon them. It really depends upon their own positions, because a singular wrong move can lead up to your demise as well, because this is the Erangel one. So we're not gonna find a lot of engagements for the teams, a lot of early engagements for the team this time around. But as we move forward, as we slowly and steadily move forward, there will be a lot of teams that will actually fight against each other, that will actually go for that engagement with one another and each other in towards this region, because for now it's a so slow paced map that each and every single team is easily gonna loot out the position, easily gonna go for their a particularly loot, and after the loot we can see, yes, they might just find the cars, not just straight up move inside of that circle. They finally may just start to find out their positions for the cars, for the transport, because there's going to be enough time for them to actually waste it around, find some cars for their particularly end circle fights, for their particularly later in the game fights, and their later in the game survivability. So for now, Nbook's QBGX is in the car, not moving a single inch. If you're talking about the rest of the team, Nbook's, these girls are going to be into the school, school main building, whereas there's going to be the pool area. The out team is actually going to be into the compartment side, whereas the apartment areas are also been covered by the team out right now. They joined over with only a 3-girl squad right now, but Ifa, Rosa GX, these two girls are going to be over there. But at that same time, Ifa GX shoulder was, I believe so, spotted by Anna. But at that same time, Anna, as soon as she went inside, it's not going to be possible right now to fight against Ifa and towards that location, because not only Ifa is in the safer side, is in the safe corner of that place. Where the teams are going to go is a major question, is a major concern for each and every single one of the players, because 14 teams, 54 players that are still alive over here. How are they gonna actually move forward? How are they gonna actually go forward in towards this area? Because even right now, the circle that has started to close off, it's enough time for each and every single one of the players to not only from outside of the circle get inside, but at that same time hold off their own particular position for their own benefit in towards that area. Team Wannabe is also coming inside of that circle, whereas they will be faced off with maybe another team in towards their region, in towards their close quarter fight. But no, it's not going to be possible, as they're just going to be moving away from that location as well. Team Xflags is not going to initialize with anyone, not going to initiate with anyone in towards that region. Miore, she's going to be in towards that region nearby the team Wannabe as well, kind of into the split team Xflex is. But at that same time, whereas their position that is super far away from each other, may also be the case that will get them some kills for themselves, because in towards this area, if you have a split location, even if one of your players is going to be spotted, there's a chance that you can take the player from a different angle, from a different location, and that's what matters. If you can actually get a knockout on towards the other team, if you can get a knockout on towards the other team, there's a chance that you can switch out the position for in your favor as well. But for now, the circle is closing. The 54 players, what teams are going to be alive in the match, and finally Team Xflex versus Team Wannabe is actually going to take the fight, is actually going to initialize with one another in towards this particular position, in which case 54 players and 14 teams that are still alive. All of the players are going to be alive. Not a single one of the player has been taken down so far, has been taken down right now, because not a single player, not even a one player got knockout or the eliminations on towards their side. The first circle is also going to be closing in some time. Team Xflex, Team Wannabe, these two teams has a particular chance, a particularly higher chance of engaging with one another in towards this region. And if they actually go for that engagement with one another, there's a chance that high likely that the team Wannabe may just come out victorious in towards this region, because not only they have like a upper ridge than the team Xflags, but they also like managed to find them before they could have actually found them as well. Charcoal, she's actually trying to take a look at the team Wannabe as well, trying to find them at that point with that M16A4. Afia is also going to be taking the fight with the teams, in which case scenario finally some knockouts have been done by the teams somewhere in that area. And finally, whereas the teams are actually going to be engaging with one another, team and Books is going to be that team that will be getting a knockout on towards the team out, maybe in towards this region. Finally, all of the teams, both of the players, both of the teams have finally like revved themselves up back towards their full health, back towards the 75 plus health. But Pinky at that same time got a lot of shots on towards her side. She like got 1 HP in towards the point, whereas she has to go into the safer side. She has to go into the cover region. Now with that 4x, she's going to be taking a look at the Aoife once again. But Aoife with that mini 14, that may just be some tap fires on towards the players. But no, it's not going to be possible, because she's the one that is going to face out some shots on towards her side, on towards her region, into the very start of that area. But once again, Aoife, how is she actually gonna make a difference here? How is she actually gonna like make sure that she's the one that gets the win for themselves? Aoife, she's here. Team out is gonna be into the front side as well, in which case scenario team Team Aoife, team N-Books have to make sure that they get the win for themselves in towards this region. Not only that they have the circle for themselves, kind of like a better position of the circle for themselves, but also they have to find against the team out, in which case scenario finally the tap fires is going to be happening, is finally going to be taking other fights. Pinky is going to be over there. Dode is going to be in towards the same region as well, and with that fire, the damage has been done on towards the player. The player are definitely doing a lot of damage with the tap fires, the tap engagement. But BTK Silva with that back angle fire, a beautiful car 98 shots on towards the team N-Books, getting one player, which is going to be Rose GX down. She got knocked out in towards that region. Rose GX, she's going to be knocked out in towards this region. She's asking for that revival factor, but no one is actually coming so far to give out a rev, to give out the revival factor towards this particular girl. Aoife is going to be healing herself at that same time. QB, she's also trying her level best to get into the safe side towards the position of the players to revive her team up back towards the full health. 54 players, once again I say, they're all gonna be alive. Not a single player has been eliminated at this position, at this particular position in towards this region right now. But 54 players, 14 teams that are gonna be alive. How these girls are actually gonna take the fight, how these girls are actually gonna like take the engagement, is gonna be a major concerning thing, because Aoife finally got out Dode down in towards that region. And as Dode is down, Aoife once again is gonna heal herself with that level 1 helmet, like super low on that HP. She has to go into the backside. She has to like get a lot of healing like things for herself, because the healing factors, the bandages, the smokes is what's gonna like save her right now in towards this region, in towards this particular position. Because not only she has to be really careful on what she's gonna do, but with that 8 times mini 14 and a Scarl on the other hand, both guns are gonna be of the 5 ammo right now, so double that ammo that she needs to like keep herself back into the game. Now is that time for Aoife to actually make a difference. Now is the time for Aoife to actually like get another knockout onto the players, get in towards the safer side, get towards in towards the circle region, and once again see out the players on what they are going to do. Because right now Aoife is actually like leaving all the 7 guns. She is not picking out any kind of 7 guns whatsoever. There was an AKM, there was an SKS that she could have picked up, that she could have like used towards herself, towards for her region as well. But no, she's not gonna do that. She's just gonna go into the safer side once again in towards this region. The circle is gonna take its shift, because the first circle that took the shift went towards the eastern region. That means the school apartments was kind of like in towards the circle as well. But as this circle is also closing on, where will it go? Where will it head out? Because the number of the teams, the number of the players, both factors are gonna be same as the one that we start started with 14 teams and 54 players. So that means that the teams not only this time around is playing super safe this time around, they're not even taking the initialized fight, they're not taking the initial engagement against one another. The way that the teams are actually going for that safer approach is just gonna be commendable for these particular players. 54 players that are gonna be remaining, 14 teams that are gonna be survived in towards this match. How they're gonna actually move forward, how they're gonna actually make a difference is gonna be a huge, and I say huge, concerning thing, because there we go, circle finally has been made towards our western side region, kind of like a western side region in towards the Gutka sectors, Gutka region, Gutka compartment side, and towards the same position as the quarry side as well. So teams not only have to be really careful on how they're gonna actually hold their position inside of the circle. Already there's going to be 6 teams that are inside of the circle. So that means that the rest of the teams, the rest of the 8 teams that are outside the circle, now is that time for them to actually move forward inside, to move themselves inside of that circle, not only inside of that circle but into the safer side, whereas they will not get the engagement on towards their side. But Team Nworks once again against Team Out, it's going to be engaging with one another. Ifa this time around has been taken down, Ifa this time around has been knocked out, whereas she has to be given out that rev towards the players. Team Out, finally they're going to be moving inside of that circle, inside of that a safe zone for themselves, for their a particular location. But once again, Team S1 versus Team IQ may just happen. Team TSR versus Team S2G may also be revealed at that point, may also start at this particular position. So not only each and every single one of the team have to be really careful on how they're gonna actually move inside of the circle. Like I said, outside of the circle, as they're moving, the teams are actually moving inside. Now is that time for them to not only just make sure that their surrounding is clear, but at that same time their front side is also clear, their a destination is also clear. Nobody is at that particular destination, because if someone is, it's gonna be a whole hectic situation for you at that point, because you may not be able to hold out that position for yourself, you may not be able to get that position for yourself. But for now, 14 total teams, 53 total players are going to be alive. So one player somewhere in that area finally has been eliminated. Team Fair versus Team IQ, Team S2G versus Team Diva. That is actually happening. That has actually started once again towards this particular region, towards this particular location. In which case scenario, if we're talking about the Team S2G, Penia MVP has been taken down. She has to be given out that rev, and as she is going to be given out that rev, we have to see how the Team S2G is actually going to react to that, because slowly and steadily, just look at that, their HP is super low on that side as well. Eldorado, she finally healed herself, but at the same time, Renetta, she's going to be healing herself right now in towards this case. Eldorado, she has finally come towards the rescue region in towards this particular place, and finally as she's giving out that rev towards the players, after giving that rev, after giving out that smokes or maybe grenades over towards the players, finally she's going to be moving out of this location. Team Ace versus GSK is also going to be happening. Once again, different teams, different locations, engaging with one another, and once again Team GSK having that upper hand for themselves, in which case scenario Team Ace has already lost one of their players, Amuni, as she's also down. Ridiasa against Adra. These 2 players are going to be the only 2 players that are going to survive, and not only that they're going to survive, they also have to make sure that they win out this fight for their own sake, for their own good, because right now they may be inside of that circle. Adre is inside, actually outside of the circle. In fact, from the back angle, we can see there might be some smokes, there might be some grenades over towards the GSK side as well, in which case scenario, finally, as soon as she got up, she has been taken down by the GSK Yatem in towards that area, leaving only Riasa as the final hope of the team. And there we go, Riasa also is getting some shots over towards her side, over towards her region, finally getting a lot of damage on towards her side. She has nowhere else to go but behind this Kojesko, the new Kojesko, in towards this region. But as soon as she's going to be spotted behind it, it's going to be some shots over towards her side as well, whereas she's going to be receiving some shots. The player is also coming close by, which is going to be Cat Waynes for right now. But from the backside, we can say Leighton may just come into the close quarter, may just come into the close range to fight against the team. But there we go, the fires had been done. Riasa is super low on that HP. The Molotovs are coming in clutch with that grenade, and with that Molotov, it's going to be all over for Riasa as well, and getting that win for themselves. Team Ace is going to be no longer into the game. GSK got their 4th kill as well in towards this region, whereas Fra got 0 kill, Cat Wayne's got 2, and KTM got 2 kills as well. A total of 4 kills for the team. The circle has already been shifted once again, yet another time, towards the Gutka region, kind of in towards that area, whereas the team Wannabe and the team BTR is super close by to each other. Once again, these two teams are going to be super close by to each other, means there's going to be definitely an engagement against these two teams. Fair versus Team IQ is also happening, in which case scenario Ana is receiving a lot of damage, a lot of knockouts on towards the side as well. So Team IQ also has to be careful in towards that region, because so far the 14 teams in number has been changed to 12. So that means that 45 players that the players are actually holding their position is going to be amazing. And even on top of that, FRA actually has an M4, and on the other hand is going to be MG3 over towards the Skull's hand. 45 players are going to be surviving, 45 players are going to be alive in towards this region. Team S2G versus Team Xflags is also going to happen in towards the same region, whereas now is the time for both of these players, both of these teams, to actually engage with one another, in towards this region. Xtrexy, she's going to be here, she's going to be healing herself. Team S1 is going to be right in front of them. There goes the grenade with the Ramasia side, which is not going to hit anyone over there. Oh my god, the survivability for both of these teams are just on the top notch position. But there goes the grenade from Xtrexy. She's getting a knockout on towards the players. Once again, another grenade towards the players. Moon is receiving some kind of a damage on towards their side, but there we go, another grenade into the back region, which can potentially lead up to the eliminations of the players. The Moon is gonna receive a chunk of damage on towards their side as well, but one at that same time, there goes the grenades, there goes the smokes in towards the region, saving out all of the players. The Xflex is gonna be trying their level best to not only hold out the position, but make sure that their position is not revealed out in towards this position, because there goes the grenade. The damage are done on towards the players are surviving. Team Xflex versus Team S1 is definitely happening, whereas the Team S1 kind of in a pinch spot, because not only they're receiving constant knockouts on towards their side, there can be one potential engagement on top of them as well. With that fire, with that grenade, there's going to be all 3 players that are right now knocked down. Moon with that beautiful M416 AKM in fact fire, getting one knock on towards the player, getting that full engagement on towards their side. But no, it's not going to be possible, because from the backside we can see one player from the Team S1 is just gonna just come into the place. Flex is gonna enter out that area, eliminating the player. Not only that, saving out their own teammate is just gonna be amazing towards that particular region as well. So 11 teams that are still surviving, 36 players that are still gonna be alive in towards this region. How the players are actually gonna survive is gonna be a major question, is gonna be a major concerning thing for each and every single one of the player right now. Fair Ruby, she's gonna be here. Fair Taya, Fair Yagi, Fair Christy, all the 4 players from the team Fair are actually going to be alive, are actually going to be all here nearby the team Wannabe, in which case scenario there goes a grenade nearby the Wingsy. Wingsy may just receive that damage on towards her side, because one grenade did not do anything. The second grenade may just do a lot of things on towards the player, but there goes the fire, there goes the grenade, which did not do a single thing on towards the player. Ruby's fire is not going to be down on anyone. But once again, as soon as the player is going to be going for the fight, Fair Yagi is going to receive a lot of damage. She's going to be taken down, but at the same time, Ruby was also taken down with that Molotov. Third player, Christy, has been taken down as well. Taya as a solo hope for the whole team. How is she actually going to survive against the team Wannabe? Because the 3 players from the team Wannabe right now is taken down. From the team Fair, in fact, has been taken down, as Taya is the solo hope of the team. Winksy is going for that rev on the Baemin. Baemin, as soon as she's going to be getting that revival factor, Nora is also going to be going for that engagement over towards the team, over towards the engagement onto the players. The revival factor has been done on one of the players, but as soon as Nora is going to be getting out, she's going to be facing some wrath from the team Liquid 5 Esports, from the back side, from the back angle. Baemin is going to be giving out some kind of cover over towards the players. No luck whatsoever. Baemin trying a level best to get on the engagement, to get onto the player. No, but no, it's not going to be possible, as there goes a grenade. Baemin is going to survive once again. She's going to survive, but at that same time, can she potentially get the eliminations on towards the player? Because in the bottom angle, there goes a grenade. She survived. Winsy actually survived that grenade as well from the back angle. There can be another grenade, but no, it's not going to be possible, because Team Wannabe is going to be that team that is going to survive out of this area, leaving team fair in shambles and in the lobby section as well. Top 8 teams, 26 players that are gonna survive inside of the circle is just gonna be a huge amount of work for themselves as well, because even right now Team GSK versus Team BDR actually happened, in which case scenario Team GSK is that team that is gonna win out this fight with a total of 8 kills. All 4 players are gonna be gun blazing alive in towards this area. GSK fighting with the Team BTR, Team Liquid 5 Esports. They're gonna be also facing out some casualties on towards their side, on towards their region. Once again, with the Fims being knocked down, Coco is going to be the solo hope for the team. Right now, 7 total teams are going to be surviving. 20 players are actually going to be alive. A team Nbox are going to be all alive with all 4 of their players. 0 kill whatsoever, but all 4 players are going to be surviving. Team Xflags, these girls are going to be surviving with 3-girl squad, Xtrexy, Charcoal, and Meoar at that same point. 3 girls standing. A beautiful trio combo is going to be alive. Team S2G, these girls are alive. And despite being a solo player, a YOLO buggy rotation is just amazing from the Nette side, and not only putting herself in the harm's way, but at that same time, just look at that, the position that she actually secured. Team Wannabe may just be close by to them, but nobody's actually going to be going outside of this of their house to go for that engagement, to go for that fight, to go for that fight on towards the other team, in which case scenario Nbox versus Team GSK is actually going to happen. Once again, Stacey is going to take out one of the players, but at that same time the play zone is going to take the better of her, eliminating her at that same point, getting the whole team down on towards that area. Team Xflex is also going to survive with a total of 8 kills. The total number of the team from the top 6 has been changed to the top 4 right now, with Renate surviving with a solo player, Wannabe surviving with a 2-girl squad. Xflex is also taking the fight with the team GSK, getting them down, eliminated at that point. 8th kill has been done. Mimic also has been spotted. There goes the fire from the Charcoal side, which is definitely going to do the damage, but not the elimination. But this time around, it's going to be a knockout on towards the death. Mimic kind of in a pinch spot as well. The car could have been blown, and with that car explosion, there could be a lot of casualties on towards the player, because right now Mimic is super close by to her car. She has to go into the backside. She has to go into the upper region, upper compartments, whereas she will be giving out that rev in towards this area. But there goes the fire, there goes the casualties over towards the player, as the player just came close by to her to give out that rev. But as soon as the bullets straight up came close by to this girl, she just went straight into the backside. She just went straight into the back corner of the place, but even throwing out a smoke in towards this region, making sure that no one is even remotely close by. But she does not know that it's going to be a 1v1 fight. But there we go, at the fire with the Renate versus Bayman. Bayman is going to be coming out victorious in towards this fight. A total of 7 kills for the whole team, and a 3 kills solo for this girl is just going to be amazing. But 2 players that are still surviving from the team Wannabe is just going to make a difference against the team TSR in this regard, because Saxi is going to be the solo hope of the team. But as soon as she's going to be eliminated, the team TSR is no longer going to be into the game. They are no longer going to be into the match. Charcoal outside the circle has been taken down. Wannabe is taking out a lot of fights on towards the team, because Xtrexy, she's in the over there in that regard of that region. But as soon as she's going to be spotted from the top side, it's going to be all over for the team as well. Team Xflex, despite being having the bad position for themselves, not only managed to get a 12 kill chicken dinner for themselves, but at that same time a great position and a great ending for the group C as well for themselves, because a 12 kill winner chicken dinner for the team Xflex at that point. Wannabe is going to be on the 2nd spot with a beautiful, and I say beautiful, 8 kill for themselves as well. But TSR on the 3rd spot is going to only have 3 kills whatsoever for them in towards that regard. So somewhere in that area, the teams that had the potential to actually engage with the teams, to actually fight with the teams, they were the first one to get eliminated at that point. They were the first one to get finished up in towards that region. And the way that the teams actually went to the safe location, it was kind of good, but at that same time it was not enough for the teams to stay into the safer side for a longer period of time, because the zone damage is going to be amazing. The zone damage was so much on towards the player. They were forced to particularly move inside of that circle, practically they were like moving inside of that circle slowly and steadily all over the time, all of the players. But with that circle like diameter being kind of like a little bit too low, the 14 teams from the very start entering inside of that circle was like really not possible for them. So they had to like use different scenarios. They had to like use like different strategies for themselves, in which case scenario team Xflags was that team. Not only like they managed to get like all of the 12 kills in towards the very end of the regions, but at that same time the way that they actually like played was amazing. Because remember, from the start team Xflags had no fight whatsoever towards them, and even right now when it was the top 6 position, we saw them like having 0 kills for themselves at that point and having all the 4 players alive. And that's what was the key factor towards these girls were. They like used that opportunity to like keep their all players alive. Not only that, they managed to like kill all of the players that were like practically coming inside of that circle from outside of that angle, eliminating them one by one, getting 12 kills in total in the very end. And with that, the ending of today's matches has came in the hand of the team Xflags as well, with the 4th match going on top of them for their winner chicken dinner. It's just amazing. But now is that time for us to say goodbye as well, because for today, like the matches have been concluded. The 4 matches, the Erangel, Miramar, Sandhawk, and once again the Erangel has been concluded. With that, now we're gonna be saying our short goodbye. So until the next time, until the next stream, take care of yourself. Make sure you like the stream, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and if you did like the commentary, if you did like the casting, make sure you follow me on Instagram as well, which is gonna be Torix_1. Furthermore, if you have any queries regarding the results, regarding anything, you can also ask me in the queries on my Instagram as well for the queries. That is Torix_1 as well. But the results will be posted on Liquid 5 Esports Instagram, which you can find out in towards the Instagram as well. Just go over there, just type Liquid 5 Esports and you will find the Instagram over there. But with that, we will be saying our goodbyes for tonight. Until the next time, you guys take care of yourself. Have a beautiful night. Have a beautiful life, people. Take care. Allah Hafiz.